Hey guys,
Hello.
and welcome to the Nerdy Archives.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome to the absolute shit show because it only keeps getting worse.
Yes, we're
Just,
train wrecks.
oh god, it literally just keeps getting worse every day. I don't even have words. It's been a week, truly.
This is a week 3 of autumn birthday month.
What a month! What
Wait,
a great.
is there 5 fucking weeks? There is 5 weeks in your fucking month. Okay.
Is there? Did we miscalculate?
No, because next Saturday I'm not going to be there, but like the following
Yeah.
week I'll be there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's five technically. Shit. Um. Welcome. You're welcome.
What
Welcome,
can I
welcome.
say except you're
You're
welcome?
welcome. Oh God. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not okay.
I'm refraining
So
myself.
yeah, I know. Um, yeah, I don't want to already cry, guys, but like I can't really even explain to you how rough things are right now. And like this is probably just gonna dissolve into like it's literally gonna be mental health and just everything. I mean, I haven't been able to do reading. I have dried up on writing. It's not been a very productive week except to make money. Punch in, punch out, make money. That's what this week has been. And lots of crying. Lots of crying. And
Sometimes,
existential dread.
sometimes you gotta get it out. God, I always have existential dread. Fuck.
Yeah. Um But I'm not saying I won't talk. Like I have read, just not consistently. I literally missed 3 days, 2 days this week of my reading. Um, but mostly it's gonna be a lot of crying and talking things out. I'm gonna be 100%. This is not a happy episode. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. If you don't want to listen to sad stuff, don't fucking watch this video.
Yeah,
There's your fucking warning.
yeah. Congratulations.
And if you're still here, hello.
Hello. Maybe my train wreck of a life will make you feel better about yours. And you know what? I'll feel okay about that.
It's valid.
Yeah, it's very bad. Shit. Okay, we're gonna follow the normal format
Are you
as much as
sure?
possible. Yeah, it'll give me time to collect myself.
Okay.
So please, my dear, tell me, how have you been?
I have been okay because I only work 2 days next week, so I'm pretty
So you're
fucking
going,
excited about that.
no doubt, no doubt.
Because my bitch ass took a week and a half off. So,
Nice.
um, nothing too crazy at work. Mike's still being himself. Um, like he's missing all the fucking time, but he's whatever. I only have like 6 campaigns for him, so
Mm,
if he doesn't fucking do them, I'm sorry, you guys. Like shit, I don't. I'm out of the office. He said it was okay that I took a week and a half off, so
right.
whatever. Um,
Whatever.
I need to stay off Etsy.
Yeah?
Um, because I not only have one sweatshirt of Fourth Wing, I have another one, and I have 2 shirts on the way. I'm currently wearing my Riders Quadrant fucking sweatshirt. I would not last a goddamn. You know what? I wouldn't even make it across that bridge. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be like, nope, I'm noping the fuck out. But it's fine. I can pretend.
Make an OC. There you go. Have fun.
Yeah, right. So I've just, I've spent too much fucking money on this stuff. It wasn't that much. It was like $70. And I did a
Valid.
payment plan, so
Valid.
every 2 weeks money comes out. It's fine. Um, what else? Uh, you know, you're getting older when you get excited about buying a riding lawnmower, because that's my brother right now. He messaged me this morning and he sent me screenshots of it. He's like, "Should I do it?" I was like, "Well, yeah, like you have as big as a yard as I do. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have one, but it's old and it doesn't matter. It works. I don't fucking care."
Right.
I was like, "When do you get it?" He's like, "Fucking Monday." So he's like really excited about getting.
That's adulting right there.
I don't.
It's adulting. I hate to say it.
That's yeah. I thought I messaged him. I was like, being a fucking adult man. um,
Beauteous.
I feel very guilty, but I've been reading a lot.
Shouldn't feel guilty.
I am on book 5 of Blood and Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is going down.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you're not gonna read them.
No?
No, no, I'm just like not this year. So like if I tell you things, you'll probably forget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cause
Got
these
you.
books
Yeah.
are fucking long.
Yeah.
So I went over the second book last week, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I believe so, yes.
The third and fourth books. Okay. So fuck, what was the third book? That's pathetic of me. Okay, yeah. So the third book, um, she becomes queen
Mm-hmm.
of Atlanta. So like she's queen of all the fucking vampires. But as soon as she gets fucking crowned, uh one of the Wolven come and they're like, "Hey, you're somebody wants to speak to you." And she's like, "What?" Who?
Well, who?
And she's like, they say it's your brother. So she fucking wants to go see her goddamn brother. He's ascended, so she wants
Mm-hmm.
to see if like he's not like the others.
Right.
Um so she goes and meets with him and he's like, "The Blood Queen wants to have a meeting with you. You will go here, whatever." And she's like, "Okay, fuck her." But I will, because I need to fucking negotiate with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So her brother's like, "Can I hug you?" And she's like, "Okay, this is perfect fucking time to stab him." But then she's like, "I'm not gonna do that as soon as he gets close to her," because she's like thinking the risk, you know what I mean? Like she's a very calculated fucking person. She's thinking
Mm-hmm.
about the risks of if she kills her brother, they're gonna start a war. Like the Blood Queen's gonna see that as this is war,
Right.
bitch, and they're not ready.
Right.
So she's like, they hug, and he tells her, he whispers in her fucking ear, very, very, very quietly, that they're not gonna be able to do this by themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're gonna want to get the Draken, which is like one of the gods'
Mm-hmm.
guardians. So
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Okay, well, he's not like them. That's cool. I don't know if he's like, just telling me this to kill me because I have to go to the realm of the gods, which he did
Right.
not know it was connected anywhere near
Uh,
here." So they go, and the god was like, only you can come with me.
mm-hmm.
And of course, Castiel's like, I'm not okay with this.
Right.
But she goes and talks to him, and it's her great grandfather
Oh.
because she found out that she's a deity.
Oh.
So he's like, I don't know why you're here. Like, I know you have a bunch of questions, and I don't know why you're here because you already have what you need. And she's like, oh, what the fuck you mean? I
Right.
need your fucking Draken. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, you guys gotta leave because you're gonna be stuck here. So she leaves, and she's kind of like fucking pissed because thanks, grandfather. You didn't help. Um, so they go and meet with the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this fucking bitch.
Ah.
Poppy finds out that the Blood Queen is actually her mother,
Oh.
and that her mother is not ascended. She is a Diramis, which is a false god,
Oh.
because Malik, which is another god, tried to
Mm-hmm.
save her, but his brother wouldn't help, so he turned her into what she is.
Okay.
But everybody thinks she's a vampire, right? The ascended.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, nope. Malik is also not your dad. It's his twin brother. And Poppy's just like, oh, you're not my mom. Like,
You're not my mom.
you're not my mom. My mom died. My mom was one of your maidens. And she's like, no. No. Um,
Oof.
hold on, sorry.
You're okay.
My fuck brother. He just asked me to go to the salting website. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh,
So
good.
while all this is happening, Poppy is trying to calculate if she can kill her right here and now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that makes mommy mad. So she kills Ian, which is her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Poppy goes fucking crazy to the point
Valid.
where the Blood Queen is like doing some fucking magic shit. I don't even. It's like forbidden magic. But on
Mm-hmm.
Poppy, and she can't breathe. So Castile is like literally begging her to stop. Like she's fucking killing Poppy. And he's like,
Right.
you want me, you can have me. Like, my god. Okay, so I forgot to say, the Blood Queen has like these revenant things
Mm-hmm.
who can't die. They can get their arms cut off, it regenerates. They can get stabbed, it regenerates. They can get their head cut off, they regenerate. Like, they don't die.
I'm trying to think of what that's like. Shit. Help me here. Symbiotes?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I was like, a symbiote?
So there is. Oh my god. Oh god. I forgot to fucking mention. So Castiel's whole thing is he's trying to save his brother from being captured.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who fucking walks out? Fine. Into the fucking throne room. Just fine. His brother. So Castiel's
Oh.
already pissed because, like, his brother is on the Blood Queen's side.
Oh.
So he's like fucking irate. But anyway, so he's like begging. I forgot to mention that part. So he gets captured, and Poppy gets taken out of the, like, where they are. And she wakes up in this fucking field and goes even more irate because they have Castile.
Mm-hmm.
And she's about to fuck shit up. She's like literally blowing up like the big wall and shit. And one of the revenants is like, don't fucking do this. Like, you need to leave. If you want to see him again, you need to fucking leave. Killing these
Uh-huh.
innocent people aren't gonna do anything. She's already gone. Like, they're gone. Leave.
Right.
So Poppy's like, she does leave finally. So that's the end of book 3.
Mm-hmm.
Book 4, Poppy is trying to save Castiel.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're capturing like towns and stuff, but their thing is that you if they surrender, you don't kill them. Like, we're not here to
Mhm.
burn down houses or anything. We're just trying to make a point, right?
Right.
So, meanwhile, Poppy has Kirian, and their relationship gets not weird, but like Poppy begins to have feelings for him. Like, she loves him, right? Like, he's like
Mhm.
her rock through this whole thing. So, anyway, Poppy finally figures out what the fuck her grandpa meant. So, she went back. Not to talk
Mhm.
to him, though, to talk to
Mm.
the Draken. And the Draken's like, okay, yeah, we'll help you. Introduce my boy Reaver. Oh, I love Reaver so much. Oh my fucking god. So you know how I said Poppy's a deity? Nope, she's a god. Um,
Well,
this woman's whole life, my god, just one thing after a fucking another. She's actually a god. Just kidding, she's not. She's a primal god, which goes above God. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So she's literally a fucking god.
wow.
Um, and so got the Draken. So they're
Mhm.
going. Anyway, I'm not going to explain the whole goddamn thing. Blah, 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 blah. It goes back and forth between Poppy and Castile. Castile finds out that the Revenant that. Oh my god. Hold on, I do have to say something. This psychotic bitch. Okay, so Poppy cuts off the head of the king.
Mhm.
Not like mommy cares because she's in love with Malik. So like, why does it matter? Then the answer this bitch gives Poppy, she sends Castiel's finger in a box with his wedding ring.
Oh, well.
And now she's even more pissed. So anyway, it jumps back and forth. So Castiel, the fucking Revenant, is weird. Okay, she's weird.
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe her. Anyway, she goes down to where Castiel's being held, and she dips her head in the fucking water, and her hair is not black anymore. It's white, and she's Poppy's sister.
Oh,
Her name is Maleficent, but they call her Millie.
okay then.
She was the first daughter, but she's a failure. There's like this whole prophecy. And then the reason why Castiel's brother has stayed in the Blood Kingdom is because Poppy's sister, Millie, is his heartmate, but she doesn't know that.
Oh.
So he doesn't want to fucking leave her. So Castiel's like, what the fuck? I need to get the fuck out of here. So anyway, Poppy eventually gets him out. And then they all get captured by the Blood
Oop.
Queen because they're trying to escape. Um,
Mhm.
there's the Golden Fuck. His name's Callum. They call him the Golden Fuck. He's literally painted in all gold. I don't know. He
Mm.
he puts a curse on Kirian, and the Blood Queen's like, "You have 2 weeks to bring me Malik's body, or else you can kiss your woman goodbye." Ooh. So now they're searching for the he's not dead. He's like entombed, right? Like the god. He's entombed. So
Mhm.
she's like, I don't know what the fuck this bitch wants with this goddamn body, but she's not gonna do anything because we're gonna kill her. But me
Mhm.
give it to him. So because Poppy is a primal, there's this thing called the joining, and it
Mhm.
links. This is where it gets weird. It links a woman and
Mhm.
like another person to one person. So it's like three. And
Mhm.
it gives them the highest person's lifespan, right? Like so if anything happens to the one person, the other two die. Type thing.
Okay. Yeah.
But it gets very intimate.
Mhm.
So it's Poppy, Castile, and fucking Carrion. They all have to drink from each other. They have sex. I don't know. It's a whole fucking thing. And now the bond between they're kind of like in a three-way relationship, but not. I don't know. It's I don't know how to describe it. Either way, Carrion is like super fucking protective of Poppy. He's been protective of Castile, right? Like they all love each other. It's weird. Not like romance. Like so the way Poppy describes it is she has love for Kyrian, but it's not the same love she has for Castiel.
Mhm.
Like it'll never be that because they're heartmates. But she
Mhm.
obviously anyway. So they do that. And then they go deliver the fucking body. The goddamn stupid ass blood fucking bitch stabs Malik in the heart. And all these fucking monsters start coming out. And a Poppy goes fucking extreme god mode and murders everybody, murders the fucking blood bitch, and then passes out, but then revives everyone except for her. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not explaining it very well because there's some cool shit that happens. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So the one Draken, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He doesn't really matter. He's just like, um, so she succeeded in what she wanted. She is awoken the god of death. So now
Wonderful.
in this book, they have to fucking fight the god of death and shit. But Poppy right now is fucking passed the fuck out because she hasn't finished her calling and she might be out for 2 months. I don't fucking know. Either way, it's Castile's fucking POV from like the very beginning.
Got you.
Yeah, so that's that. I just went on a tangent for 20 fucking minutes. I am sorry. I
That's
love this
okay.
book series though.
That's okay.
I have
I'm
one
glad.
more book after this and I'm sad. Because then, like, what the fuck am I? Well, I know I'm gonna read next, but I'm gonna read Powerless.
Powerless.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's been my week. I've just been reading. My brother's sending me a link to the fucking cooking tongs he bought. He's an old man. Those are nice though.
He's an old man. Those are nice though.
Yeah, like why is he sending me fucking anyway? Yeah, so like I said, that's been my week. Oh yeah, I've been playing V Rising, and of course, my character's name is Araya. My horse's name is Rain, because I'm like fucking Countess Slutia or something. I've been naming all of our servants, and he's been letting me name all the servants. But we have Castile, we have Kyrian, we have Reaver, and there's a mule. So it's like he knows what I'm doing too. So because he's like, "Are you trying to think of another book character?" Like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just want to keep reading. I'm only like, hold on. Let me open this bitch. I'm only 19% into the fifth book,
Gotcha.
which is sad, but
Only 19.
only 19. Dude, I stayed up until 4 a.m. last night, this morning, reading. I had to make up for the V Rising. But yeah, so
As
next
you
week
did.
I won't have anything too crazy going on, so I'll probably skip myself next week. But yeah. Are you ready to get into your stuff, my love?
Sure.
You're like, no, not really.
No, not really. Let's bring it way down, guys. Um, I'll just like try to go like day by day and then the overall, 'cause like it just makes it easier. Um, so Sunday was obviously Mother's Day, if my weeks are correct.
Yes, you're correct.
It literally feels like it was weeks ago. Literally, this past Sunday feels like a year ago. It's nuts. Me and Cody made dinner and took it to Grandpa's, because Mom's staying with Grandpa still. She's still there. Um, it didn't, well, like, it went fine, but also Grandpa, we kind of realized that he can't do like solid foods
Oh
anymore.
no.
Um, because like we made it like almost like a porridge sort of, like it was Alfredo, but we did orzo pasta,
Mm-hmm.
so it was small pieces, and like we used canned chicken instead of real chicken. And afterwards, it was not, it wasn't it, I won't go into deal, it was not good. um and Sunday night I was left with all of the dishes from said making dinner, and I worked on them like I got like a fourth of them done before I went to bed, but literally the entire kitchen was trashed.
That's
Um,
fucking stupid.
um, Monday I had a dentist appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, no, like I definitely am realizing how bad things must be because it doesn't feel like this week was this week. Does that make
No, it
sense?
absolutely makes sense. It was so much.
I think I full on disassociated to the point where I don't remember. Well, I remember, but it feels like it was weeks ago.
Yeah.
Monday I had a dentist appointment. It was supposed to be to cement my crown,
Mm-hmm.
a permanent crown, but I was still having pain, and my dentist was like, "Okay, well, let's get you on an antibiotic. If by Thursday you are still having pain, call and we will get you a referral to the endodontist to see if it needs retreated." Spoiler alert, I have a referral waiting in my email.
Oh
We'll just get
no.
I have a referral waiting. It's better, I think, and now the other side of the mouth is hurting and is super sensitive, and I can barely eat or drink without being in some sort of pain. I, I'm on my breaking point, guys. I'm not doing well. Um, but I have the referral. I honestly am just waiting to see what's going to happen in the next like 3 weeks. And just, I'm not trying to make any plans as far as like medical, especially things that are out in Travers.
Yeah, God no.
Um, so basically, she thinks that either there's a hidden infection that can't be seen by normal x-rays that can only be found by bone density, which is what endodontists use. Because she didn't see any obvious infection on the scan, like the x-ray. But she also was like, it could just be a sinus infection because like it's only hurting you when you like cough or sneeze or bend over. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, now that I think about that, that's all sinus differentials. That makes sense. Spoiler alert, it did definitely clear my head, so maybe I did have a sinus infection, but like it didn't fix the whole problem.
It's still there.
It's still there. Um, okay. Let's see. Um, I don't really. Oh, so on the 14th, which would have been Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay. Probably should have known that was the start of like the really bad downfall, because mental downfall, because Kim F, male Kim that I talk about all the time, honestly one of the biggest sweethearts. Like me and him are like, as weirdly as somebody can get closer to somebody when they literally don't interact any more than they normally did. But like we're just getting like, we're like friends, like work friends. um And I literally started crying because he saw how bad of a day I was having, and he helped me like do my closing chores so I could go home.
That's so sweet of him.
And like he like kissed me on the forehead, not forehead, cheek, temple. And I literally almost just started bawling. And I was like, I literally messaged you. I'm like, why is it like when people are like kind to me, I want to cry?
Because you're not used to it.
I mean, yeah. Um, and the baristas, because I mean, it's a bunch of teens that run the Starbucks, other than like one guy. His name's Alani. He's great. He's like this, like, I would say he has to be like in his late 50s, I'm assuming, or like late 40s. It's hard to tell, but he's older than all the other baristas.
Okay.
And he's just like just this sweet man. Like he's just kind of a little bit soft spoken, but he's like very friendly. Like he's got like retail kind of into his brain. Like he's a retail person. You can tell retail people. Like he's very nice and he's very sweet and he always like he knows like for the most part I have regular order now. Like he's very kind. Anyways, the team baristas when left alone will play and was like they were looking at all the weird shit that they could ring up, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, "What's the weirdest thing?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a cake pop with with sweet cream cold foam." It's
What
like,
the
"What?"
hell?
Yeah, it's a legit thing. And I was like, "How about just a cup of whipped cream?" Because I was at that point. I was at the point of like I needed just whipped cream to get through that day. And they're like, "We can do that." They were gonna give me a venti, but they didn't wanna try to accidentally get themselves fired. So they gave me a grande.
Understandable.
They gave me a grande, though. They still gave me a grande cup full of whipped cream, and it was delicious, even if it was almost to the point of being butter. I don't know who shook it too long, but it was fine.
It
It was
doesn't
delicious.
matter.
It was whipped cream in a cup that I didn't have to technically pay for, but I did. I technically I bought a water. They gave me the pup cup because that's basically what they rung it up as for free. So,
That's so sweet of them.
yeah, like literally said, it's like the things that you get when the teen baristas know you're not an asshole.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm not an asshole. Um, okay. Give me a second here. Um, so same day, was literally when I had a mental breakdown. That night had a mental breakdown. Um, literally did the thing that I was trying not to do. And we're going to get into it because I know that you have thoughts, opinions on things. Um, I literally just got to the point where I was like, I don't want to keep saying the same shit over and over and over again because I've had people leave for less. I've vented to people and then they literally disappeared because I was too much. I've scared people away. And I know that you wouldn't do that. We've been through too much for you to do that, but it's always a deep fear in me that one day I will finally get to the point where it's like you can't take it anymore, and I wouldn't blame you for a second.
I am never going anywhere. You're fucking stuck with me.
I know.
You can never, you're not too much.
And it's like I I know I'm at my breaking point. I can barely get through a day of work without either breaking down into sobs or literally having to basically isolate myself. Like, luckily, no, not many people have discovered that the Starbucks cafe is like the quietest spot in the store currently, even this time of year. And I will sometimes just sit on my lunch break and just sit there with my headphones in and just cry because it's like I don't know how I'm supposed to be functioning right now. And it's like it's not, and the sad thing is it's not just the grandpa situation because that's shitty enough, don't get me wrong. Like it's awful. It truly is awful. I hate this. I don't understand why my family insists on doing things the way we do them. Because I know that there's such a stigma around putting people in homes, but they're there for a reason.
Absolutely.
And there are good people. There are homes that want to genuinely take care of people. They're not all scams, they're not all awful. Did we have a bad experience with grandma? Absolutely. It was terrible. The home that we could afford was awful, and it scarred us. It really did. But also, it's not even about getting him into a home at this point. It's like if we could just get some help.
Literally.
I don't understand why we insist on always doing everything by ourselves because we have no choice. I mean, we know we don't have a support system. We've never had a support system. That's how I was raised, even subconsciously. It was the four of us and, grandma, grandpa, my Aunt Vi. But it was always just like the core was always growing up. I always knew like we only have like the four of us. Like
Hmm.
that is all we have. And it just continued. Like we lost dad and like it's only the three of us. And like it's like I get that and I understand why we're like this, but like I can't do it anymore. And mom kind of knows. And she's like, I just need to know. And it's like, how are you supposed to tell your mother? Like, no, at this point, I don't want to be there. I don't want to help take care of him because I can't stand seeing people like this. There's a reason I didn't go into the medical field. There's a reason why I didn't see grandma in the last week of her life. There's a reason for all of those things, and it's because I mentally cannot handle it. But if I don't, who will? Because, you know, mom's job can only be so flexible for so long.
Yeah.
Cody's job can only be flexible for so long.
Same place.
Yeah. And it's like it's such a conundrum. It's not even a conundrum. It's literally how it goes. I know how things like this work. He's borderline cognitive enough that it's like you don't feel right saying that like, "Oh, like he should just like, be watched and like let it be." Cuz he has moments of like absolute like it's just like, "Oh, it's grandpa." But it's mostly like he's mostly sleeping. He's refusing most food and water or drinks at all. He's refusing most things. He's doing more sleeping than he's awake. He we're pretty sure his bladder function is pretty much non-existent anymore. Bladder, kidney, whatever. Um
No.
and it's like he did drink some broth today. Not a lot, but he did drink some broth. And like all of my coworkers who know about the situation are like, you know, you want it to be peaceful. And I was like, well, yeah, ideally I wouldn't want him just laying staring at the ceiling for the next freaking 6 weeks or some shit. Like it's so hard because like obviously I don't want him to go. I wanted him to see 100. He wanted to make it to 100 since he turned 90. But I don't want him to just be laying on the couch.
You don't want him just existing,
Exactly. He
being a
would
lifeless
like when
husk.
he was fully in his full mind, he wouldn't want to be what he is right now. And, you know, it's he's at home. So, we have to prepare for that. because, he has a do not resuscitate, but if you call EMS, they have to, regardless, because it's at a home. It's in
Mhm.
their home. So, we have to prepare for that. Like, what happens if he passes? What do we have to do? What are we supposed to do? And, we had that conversation at work today.
At
I was at
work?
work. I was at work, and mom came in because Chris was there. Well, with grandpa. And she's like, Chris asked because she's planning on being up like on the weekends to help. She's like, if he passes, what am I supposed to do? Like, do I call the ambulance? And like mom's like no, because he does not want to be resuscitated. Like you don't call EMS. That's the shitty thing is you don't do it.
Well, there's a time and a place, and you being at work is not the fucking time nor the place.
And it's like I I'm like I just don't know what to genuinely do anymore. 'Cause, like and then it's not even like I said, it's not just the grandpa thing, it's, like, the house, and I I get that my brother is he honestly does I mean, he's a typical man, he doesn't know how to clean, I'm gonna be 100% honest.
True.
I was raised in a house where my I never saw my dad clean. I was raised in a house where I never saw men clean, ever. My grandfather, yes, but it was all in the kitchen. But still, like, I grew up in a household where the men did not clean. Their thing was yard work and grilling, and that was their extent of working out in the home. And I it's just like I understand that currently and I know you're going to say, "Well, don't worry about it," but the reason I currently am cleaning for the most part, other than to make sure the house doesn't absolutely just dissolve around me while mom's not living with us, is because I want to actually enjoy my vacation. I don't want to have to even spend an iota of time being like, oh, gotta clean up the kitchen. Oh, gotta clean up the bathrooms. Oh, gotta make sure that there's space in my bedroom to sleep, which there is, don't worry, that's never a problem. There's never a problem. But I, for once, just want to have some time to myself. Because it's already like I think you can already guess. Like, probably the first night is just going to be me crying
That's okay.
because, I mean, with everything going on, and like, I literally, of all people, I had to start crying to. It was Jen, of course. She caught me. To be fair, I was hiding, and she saw me and cornered me because I was literally in a corner.
Fucking bitch.
And, I was like, I don't have anybody other than, my mom, my brother, my grandpa, and my best friend. My best friend is 300 something miles away. Obviously, everyone knows what my grandpa's situation is. And everybody knows, like, how I can't even talk, tumultuous me and my mom and brother's relationship is. They've been
Mm-hmm.
hearing it since I went up front, frankly. And it's like, I sometimes feel like just screaming at people. It's like, you guys don't understand because nobody up here, everybody has family. Everybody has freaking family trees that have so many goddamn branches. And I'm like, I don't have any of it. Like, my tree is pretty much shriveled up. It's a bush. And nobody can understand. Well, yes, people can, but nobody here can understand how absolutely isolating it is to know that I have n- nothing outside of a select few. these people with, and it is a jealousy thing, and I admit to it greatly because I've had this feeling since I was a child. Because even downstate, my kind of situation's a little bit more common downstate than it is here.
Yeah,
Like, fucked up families are a universal thing, but, like, cities just love to collect them. I don't
absolutely.
they just collect them like tokens. Like, country, rural people just don't understand because they're also just some of the most forgiving in the worst way. Like,
Their brother can fuck their mother-in-law and they'd be fine.
and it's like, I mean, yeah, there's some crazy ass stories I have heard. You wouldn't be surprised, but um, it's like nobody up here can understand exactly how suffocating it all feels right now. Because there's nothing more I would want than for, like, me and my mom and brother to go back to how we were even shit 4 years ago. Even in 2020, things were better than they are now. Like, I can't rewind time, though. I can't change who I am. I can't change how trauma has changed me. I can't undo things. And I can't continue to, I don't even know if shrink is the right word, but shrink myself. I can't do it anymore. I'm getting too old.
You shouldn't fucking have to feel like you have to. Like, I'm very opinionated about all of this. My God.
I know.
I'm so sorry. But,
But
but, it's not you that's changed. It's you finally opening up your eyes and seeing all the bullshit they put you through.
yeah.
You know, like, they have always been like that.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I would.
I know.
I've been reading too much banter. I swear to God. I would come up with some witty ass fucking comebacks and shit. Like the shit they
I
say
know.
to you and do to you is not okay. Like you said,
You
there's
mean
a
like the phone line? The phone
yes.
line thing?
I understand you wanting to keep your fucking phone number. I have had my fucking phone number since I was 18. Like
Yeah.
I completely understand that. And the whole like you saying you want to be like you think you could be a bartender because you could listen to people's problems, and then your brother saying that you would just make it about you. Like, excuse me? When do you ever make anything about you?
Apparently all the time.
No, you fucking don't. They need to stop fucking gaslighting you. Because I swear to God, in these next 2 weeks, fucking the 31st, when I go to leave, I am going to be mean. Like,
Yeah. I was talking to Missy today actually.
mhm.
And I was like, "You want to know what I find really, really sad?" I was like, "I haven't even told either of them that we're getting matching tattoos.
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
I haven't said a thing.
Don't.
I'm not. No, no, I'm not." And y-
Because I can already tell what's gonna. We're just gonna fucking show back. We're gonna show back up on your birthday around dinner, and we're gonna see if they fucking notice.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. But I told her, I'm like, and see, her friend, she has a friend who calls her person, and I was like, well, it's probably a Grey's Anatomy
It
thing because
is.
that's why. And she's like, oh, so that must be where she got it because I was saying that about you. And I was like, you know, I've gotten to the point where it's like nobody else has to understand. Nobody. Like, it's just plain and simple. I don't care anymore. And I literally told Missy, I was like, when Grandpa was in the hospital and I was sick with COVID, and I was literally having essential dread
Mm-hmm.
and basically having a mental breakdown every day and anxiety attacks. It wasn't my mom or my brother who made sure I was okay. No, it was you. You were the one who stayed on the phone with me all day. You were the one who made sure I was okay. You were the one who made sure I slept and got better.
Because I know you would have done the same for me.
I know, but damn it.
You know I always got your back, BB.
I know.
You are my Meredith to my Christina. I'm definitely Christina. But I think that's beside the point.
It's okay. But, you know, it's like I am just, it's not tired. I know I'm depressed. I know I am. I know I'm depressed, and I know that I'm running on empty, and I don't know when, because I'm at my breaking point. I'm so tired. I really am. And I'm not sleeping well, and I haven't slept well for over a year, and it's just getting worse. I think my apnea, I really do think I probably just have sleep apnea, but that's beside the point.
No, you're
And
just
it's
too
like,
goddamn stressed to actually get a full night's sleep.
and like, literally the only nights that I sleep well are after we record. Literally, the only nights I sleep through the night for the most part are the nights after we record. Legitimately. Not even bullshitting.
Do I need to sing you to sleep every night? I will.
You don't have to do
I
that.
absolutely will, though. I'll
You
tell
don't
you
have
bedtime stories.
you don't have to do that. But I appreciate it very much.
I can tell you all the stupid shit Mike says. Like Nevin is Jesus.
Um,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. I needed it. But, you know, um, I am just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I
And
am literally gonna make these next the 3 days I'm fucking there the best goddamn days of your life.
I know. I know you will. And it's like, I just don't know how to make things easier for me. I really don't. Because I try. I really do try. And like, every time I seem to find something that makes living a little easier, something comes along to either take it away or make it so it's impossible for me to do. I fell asleep 3 times this week trying to get my reading in. One of them I woke up with enough time to get it in for the day, and the other two I woke up too late. And it's only like 16 minutes of reading. That's it.
It's not like you're asking for fucking an hour or like, you know what I mean? It's literally 15 fucking minutes.
15 minutes. And it's like, I asked Cody to empty the dishwasher for me. I don't remember what day of the week this was. And I went to go shower. And I was gonna do dishes after. I come out, he's sleeping. And here's the thing, we're all very tired. We're all so worn out. I understand. But it was just one thing to make things just a little bit easier. Just one thing. And it's like, I, I don't know, you know? The one thing I got going is that with my depression, I have literally been drinking water like no other. I have cut pop almost completely out.
I'm proud of you for that.
I'm drinking 2 Trentas of water a day.
That's a fucking lot.
That's almost exactly the daily amount. The 8 ounces or 8 glasses. They know when they see me at Starbucks. It's like she's gonna buy something so she doesn't feel bad about getting the water. So I end up still spending money. I could be spending just 25 cents. 23 with my employee discount, but whatever, that's beside the point.
It doesn't matter.
I could just be spending that, but then I feel bad because I know it's technically a loss because there's a reason you can't order it like on the app. It's a loss. And I try not to do that because these kids deserve these jobs. They're trying their hardest. So I try to buy something. Like I'll buy a cake pop or I'll buy a cookie. That was what I bought today. It was delicious.
It's because you're a decent fucking person.
And as I'm walking from the Starbucks, because I literally asked Christian, oh, by the way, he's leaving us. Bastard.
No!
Bastard. He's leaving.
What a fucking hoe.
One of the only people I can tolerate in this hellhole, and he's leaving.
Did you say
He's gonna go
why?
live with his grandma, but
Oh.
like Port. He say Port. He didn't say Port Huron. He said Port something.
I'm still listening. I just gotta help my dog
You're
onto
okay.
the chair. Come here, baby. Did your sister super feet? Come here. You are princess. I'm sorry, that was very uncomfortable for you. Sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
She can't jump up on that chair.
Nah, poor baby. Um, 1 second. I just realized it's not charging.
Your laptop?
And I'm not. Yeah. I've got 47%, but I am plugging in, stupid.
Shut the fuck up. I am doing the thing.
It says plugged in, it just doesn't say charging. If I'm gonna be without a laptop, I will lose my brain. I will be gone. There will be no saving me. I will lose all will to live. I can't do this. I literally went strutting. Okay, it's not charging, so it's not looking good, but that's fine. I will literally talk until it dies. I don't care. I don't know what I'm gonna do about charging though, because it's not looking good. Anyways,
Is it plugged in, like to the wall?
it says plugged in, but it's 47% and I started at 88. So it's dying. What the fuck?
We'll figure
Why
it out.
me? Come on. Do I not have enough shit going on in my life technology?
Apparently, no.
Like, what the fuck is going on? It says time until fully charged, but then down. Okay, I'm gonna assume it is doing something. Because it says time until fully charged 2 hours and 16 minutes. And it
Yeah,
has the little lightning bolt. So
it's
I'm assuming I'm
charging.
fine. Okay.
It's charging, don't worry.
So today we're gonna go to the last few days from work because now that I'm upset, I'm mad now, and we can talk about the bullshit that was the last 2 days.
Yes.
And I'm sorry if I sound really annoying, but this is as angry as I can sound.
You are not annoying.
So yesterday, Friday, I'm just dropping names. I don't have it in me to. Sadie is like, hey, AJ has approved us to do this, and I was like, do what? Firstly,
What
why
the
are we?
fuck are we doing?
And she's like, whoever first sells 20 of these stupid fucking Skittles Littles in these stupid tubes, will get a $50 gift card. Hell yeah, I'm a competitive bitch. If you give me an incentive, I will sell for you.
Fuck yeah.
My job is not enough incentive, trust me, on an average day to do suggestive selling.
Fuck
I would
no.
I would rather saw off my left arm. However, if you give me an incentive, I will sure as hell do this for you. And I'm busting my ass every single customer except for a handful because you can tell the ones that are absolutely going to be a bitch about it.
Yeah.
I suggest sell my ass off. I go to leave. I got like I'm trying to think before like lunch how many I had. I had like probably 4. No, I had 6 before I left for lunch. I had 6. I leave for lunch. I come back. Oh, did you hear? Someone got 20. What? How? I have been at it for 2.5 hours and I've only gotten 6 sold. There is nobody else in the store. I'm sorry to sound conceited. There is nobody else with the fucking charisma to get that many sales in a 30-minute span.
True dat.
No. No, 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 no. Okay, being a little funny, haha. There's a reason that Briar, my Baldur's Gate character, has such high charisma. That's because I get that shit. That's me.
Damn fucking straight it is.
So I'm like, okay, fishy. Actually, I'm crying at this point because I'm frustrated, but inner brain saying fishy. Sure enough, of course it's fucking fishy. Because guess who? It's Jen and Julie.
The
What did
two
we do?
fucking J ass bitches.
What did we do? What did we do? Oh, Julie, mind you, not even gonna go. Well, no, I'm gonna get into it. Don't care. I just don't care anymore. You know what? Get me for slander. I don't care. I don't think anyone actually even the people I tell about this don't actually listen, so I don't care. No offense to those who do. I don't know if Dumpling actually does. I really don't think he does, but if he does, I forgive you for me accusing you. Anyways, my brain's malfunctioning, short circuiting. Okay, so what Julie did, mind you, these things were 2 for 4 with the yes card. So singly, they're like 260, 270-ish a
Okay.
piece, right? The company wants us to sell them individually. So, like, if somebody came through and bought 12 of them, say, individually, counts as 12. They see that as better sales than if you sell 2 per transaction. Don't ask me why. Don't know how that makes sense. You're still selling, but
Yeah, that
whatever.
doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because it just does nothing matters. Anyways, it's retail. The rules are made up and everything doesn't matter. So I learn that Julie went up to the service counter, grabbed 20 of these Skittles Littles, and paid for them individually 20 separate times so Jen could get the gift card. Mind you, don't know why she wanted to give Jen the gift card since the two of them barely get along in the first place.
That makes no sense.
So I come back completely defeated. I am in tears. And this is when I have to go to my little hidey place, get found out by Jen, have the whole conversation about I have nobody, blah, blah, blah. I'm at my breaking point, yada, yada. She suggested I talk to Sadie about getting time off. Told her I'm waiting until the end of the month. Anyways, she's like, I don't think you can make it till the end of the month. You're probably right, but here we are. Um,
Fucking bitch.
so I decided, no, you know what? I'm gonna be petty. This is petty autumn season. We I'm I'm petty. And you know what I did? I suggest sold for the rest of the goddamn day. And do you know how I ended the day? With 24 sales. Were most of them double sales? Yes. So technically I only got 12, but that doesn't matter. I sold 24 of those Skittles Littles, which is technically more than Julie sold or Jen sold. I sold 4 more than the person who sold the most. And what did I do when I turned in that slip? I put a piece of paper and I said all sales were to customers via suggestive selling or customer interest. What I really wanted to put was what Dumpling suggested, which was I didn't cheat.
Bitch.
So I turned that in. Mind you, everybody is actually very upset about this because they're like, you're the only one who actually did it the way that we're supposed to be doing it through suggestive selling. Everybody else cheated. Everybody else did. It's pretty much commonplace. Nobody cares except for me. And
That's fucking.
and frankly, the company probably doesn't give a shit either. But that's beside the point. It's about morality. And I'm sorry, but if I'm supposed to suggestive sell, I'm going to suggestive sell, not just have my friend buy 20 of them individually so I can win.
I would have, though.
I know you would have, but
I would
beside
have
the
bought
point.
50.
That's what Christina said too. She's like, "Shit told me."
I love
And I was like,
Skittles.
"I fucking hate Skittles.
I love Skittles.
I hate Skittles." Oh my god, I should have just bought a freaking shit ton of them for you. Got them off my hands. Anyways, so then I get to work today. Jen doesn't show up till noon. She's in a good mood, but she does mention, "Oh, can't I better get that gift card." I wanted to smack a bitch. I really did. I really did.
Why did they
Dad's
end it
spirit.
so soon?
It was literally just a one day thing because the sale technically ended today for the 2 for 4. So they want, and we were the lowest selling in the district for suggestive sales of this item.
I got you.
Literally the bottom of the district. The district
That's.
has like 15 stores, I think.
B,
And
why?
we were at the
Sorry. B, why
You're
did you do
fine.
it down? Join out. Hold on.
Mhm.
You wanna go? Go on, get it.
Go on, get.
Fine, I'm gonna hold you then. I'm gonna hold you then.
I'm gonna hold you.
Sick of hearing your cute little tippy tappities. You make me anxious. You stink.
I also in real life do stink because I didn't get to shower today.
My dog smells really bad.
Full disclosure, guys, did not get to shower today because between working a 9-hour shift and then working my, well, not really working, but then spending time with my grandpa and my cousin, I didn't get home until like 9:30, and I was like, it's just not worth it. I will just be a stink monster until tomorrow morning. It's just not worth it.
I don't blame
So
you.
I'm disgusting, but thankfully this is a audio medium. Okay. Okay, so we get to today. Julie is in a piss poor mood, which means I am already dreading this day. I am on self check literally most of the day. All but the last hour of my day, I am on self check. I am the self check girl for today. I'm like, that's fine. Whatever. I need to keep busy, and the best way to keep busy, walking. Just walking.
True.
Also, though, my knee's been acting up, and I don't know why, and I've had to sleep with a sleeping pad like a 90-year-old woman for the last 4 days, and it just hurts worse and worse every day. So I don't really know what to do. Don't know why it's hurting either. Assuming it's a change of seasons, and I'm officially back to the age of hurting every time the seasons change. But that's just another side note. Been in a lot of pain. That doesn't help with anything. Leg pain, tooth pain, headaches. I might as well just throw myself into traffic.
No.
Anyways, anyways, I didn't. I didn't. I'm still here.
Good.
I'm still here. Anyways, so everybody's upset about the whole gift card thing. Mind you, it's not given out yet because my big bosses don't work on Saturdays or Sundays. I work on Monday though, which both of those people should be there. We will see what happens. I will update next week. It's not going to go in my favor. I know this. Even though supposedly everybody is rooting for me and my boss knew that I was trying so hard. Okay? Well, so hard is I was gonna that euphemism doesn't work. Never mind. Never mind. I tried. I don't got it in me. Anyway, so Julia's in a piss poor mood. Everybody's like, the problem with Julie when it comes to you is you are too nice. She takes advantage of that. She knows that you're not going to stand up to her, so she continues to be a bitch. And I know this too. But do I have the ability, even with my father's voice in my ear, just saying, end a bitch? It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I can't do it because the minute that somebody gives me an attitude, I turn into a little shrinking violet who wants to disappear.
And we need to turn you into an angry little
An
violet.
angry, angry violet.
We need to turn you into violence.
Well, there we go. But I'm afraid once violence happens, it's not going to stop.
You're probably right.
I, my self restraint is my greatest feature. And it is probably for the fact that if I didn't have it, I would be a monster. 100%. Um, I am my father's daughter after all. Not saying my dad was a terrible person, but his temper was something not to fuck with, frankly. Um, anyways, so I'm like, okay, I can do this. Did I did I? No, I did not. I was like, I can do this. I can just be like, it's your turn to cover my lunch and just leave. No, every time she beat me to it. She
Bitch.
beat me to it. I was like, damn it, god damn it. She's outsmarted me. The bitch. And I get towards the end of the day, and mind you, I am at my wit's end. It's the end of the day. I've worked 9 hours. I'm on the brink of tears. I can't really do this any longer. And I need an override for an ID that's giving me problems. Colorado IDs, why do you hate me? Don't know, but the state seems to hate me when it comes to scanning IDs.
Fuck Colorado.
Don't know why you decided to make your shit so complicated. It's got like 3 different barcodes. It's got a freaking QR code, I swear to God. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, and I see Cody Odie dumpling at the service counter. I'm on register 1. Should I scream, "Hey Cody, I need your help across the room when we have phones?" No, but I also live in a hick town and we all do it. So you know what? Que sera, sera. I do this. And as I do this, as it leaves my mouth, Julie is leaving for her shift, like leaving for the day. And I hear her mutter under her breath, so professional, or how professional, one of the two, but something with accusing me of not being professional. And everything in my body, I almost lost my mind.
I would have.
My father almost literally came back from the dead and almost beat a bitch. But no, whatever self-restraint I have really is just mm. I don't understand how you, ma'am, can have the audacity to ever think you can say a word to me. One, about professionalism. Two, about doing a good job. Three, about being a decent person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Those 3 things are qualities that you, quite frankly, might have, but definitely do not have in the current state. You just don't. I am not saying you are a serial killer. I'm not even saying that you're a truly, truly immoral person, but you are not a nice person. And that matters for something. I'm sorry.
You're absolutely right, it does.
And I'm tired of people getting away with things. I'm tired of it. And she has the audacity all morning to be like, oh, the politics in this place. Yeah, the politics that keep you in place, bitch.
Shut the
Because
fuck up.
any other place would have gotten rid of you by now. You're complaining that I got to punch in an extra hour early and got to work 9 hours when there's other people struggling. Guess what? I'm struggling. You have no idea how bad I am struggling. You have no idea what my financial state is because guess what? I don't go crying to every single customer or coworker about my current work and life and money status.
Why would you?
Valid.
You
And
want to
one of
talk
my
about
coworkers,
fucking unprofessional?
like one of my coworkers who has helped Julie out in multiple occasions with money. Literally came up to me on Friday and was like, "I lost a little bit more respect for her because of her little stunt today." How many times, excuse me, has she asked somebody for some money or if they could help her because she can't make her bills, and yet she has the audacity to buy 20 separate transactions of these stupid suggest sales.
Yep.
And she's like, "I really did truly lose some respect for her about, like, of her today." And I was like, "Well, I do kind of appreciate that somebody else really kind of sees something wrong with that." Because I've literally when me and her used to talk and she didn't absolutely abhor my existence, she used to complain to me daily about how she could barely make ends meet, that she wasn't getting enough hours to make ends meet, that she wasn't doing X, Y, and Z to make ends meet. And I don't shame here's the thing, I don't shame people who have vices like cigarettes. I don't shame people because here's the thing, we all have things that we probably don't need to spend money on when we are going through things that we shouldn't. My father was one of them. He always had to have Mountain Dew and cigarettes, and when he quit cigarettes, he still had to have his Mountain Dew, even when times were tough. I do not shame people for that. I don't. That's the one thing I don't shame because we all have a vice, even when we are in hard times. That's the one thing I don't shame. I can't stand people who do because it's like, "Oh, are you telling me that, like, when money's tight, you still don't maybe, I don't know, you buy yourself that frickin' Starbucks? You
Mhm.
don't buy yourself that McDonald's instead of cooking dinner? You don't, literally anything." Like, I don't shame people who have vices even when money is tight. That is not what I'm saying. However, I am saying the fact that you went out of your way to do 20 separate transactions of almost $3 each, and you couldn't have used your employee discount because if you did, the company would have flagged it.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you paid full ass price for 20 of these, which would probably equal, let's see, if they were just under $3, 3 times 20 is 60?
Yep.
So you're telling me you spent $60 on candy just so somebody else could win a $50 gift card? Okay, that sounds sketchy to me, but I could be wrong.
That sounds fucking stupid.
Honestly. Honestly,
Let me be out 60 fucking dollars so you could be in 50.
it's dumb. And you know what? I almost wouldn't accept, I mean, I would because I need it because, I mean, food is drying me, like, literally drying my bank accounts. I can't afford to both eat and pay bills. It's ridiculous. But it almost is for my own, like, dignity. I wouldn't take it if it was like they decided that 2 winners, like, no, I should be the winner. I did it by how it was supposed to be done, and I also still sold more, ultimately,
Yeah,
at
you
the end
did.
of my shift than 20. I sold 4 additional. No, it was not 20 more. No, technically, it was only 12 sales by computer standards. I still sold 24 units of that suggest sell item. I should be the winner by default. I don't care who got there first, it should have been who got the most.
Exactly.
And I know that's not how they wrote it because Sadie literally was the one who wrote it down. 20 gets $50. But it should have been at the end of the day, okay, but what's stopping you from selling more? There was nothing stopping us from selling more. Nothing. We could have sold 50 a day if we wanted to. But that was, sorry, that was my work. That was my
No,
work.
no, no, don't be sorry.
And I was very, very frustrated with it. Still quite frustrated with it. I am not happy with my workplace right now because I am just the politics, so to say, about, as Julie puts it, the politics. Yeah, there are politics. And guess what? They protect people like you, Julie, not people like me who work their ass off every day. Am I perfect? Absolutely not.
Nobody's fucking
Absolutely not.
perfect.
No. But ugh, just makes me mad. Oh shit, I just remembered something. Damn it!
When did you just remember?
I left a freaking suspend because it was right before my lunch, I think, or my break, and then I got took off of self check. But it was left on the podium, so whoever did self check after me should have got it done. But if not, it's just a write up. I mean, it's an honest mistake. It's whatever. I can't. I just can't. I can't care today. I mean, I care, but more than likely it'll be fine. It's not like I left 50,000 of them, like
Yeah.
it's a one suspend. Like, let's be real. Okay, let's be realistic. If you're gonna make a fuss, I'll make a fuss. I'll make a really big fuss. I'm done. You don't want to go toe to toe with me right now. You don't want to. Okay. Do you want me to tell you about the stuff that Maddie sent me about the story to lighten things up a little bit? Because I never did send you these things.
Yes, please.
Okay, so in the middle of, mind you, not the best time to be talking about story with a friend. When I'm in the middle of having said mental breakdown with Amy, I am also messaging M or Maddie, whichever, doesn't matter. M. I am messaging M about the story because they wanted to help. They wanted to help me because they knew I was overwhelmed with all the world building and story and blah blah blah, and they wanted to help. And they love this sort of thing. This is their bread and butter, truly. And I'm not dissing any of this. I'm not, because I had as much enjoyment as I could while having a mental breakdown in the background. Literally the absolute absurdity of me literally sobbing as I am texting them and texting you at the same time, messaging you about how I can't do this anymore, and then messaging them about like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great. I really like that idea," as I'm sobbing. It's truly the duality of man right there. I
Fucking
am
talented.
I am, if nothing, the embodiment of a Gemini, a true Gemini, let me say. This is why people have a bad image of Gemini, is because exactly how the frick crazy I am. And I am crazy. I don't even deny it. Okay. Firstly, they do not like the name Liam. Did not give me a good enough reason to not use the name Liam, other than the fact that they were like, if you said Leander, it could be Oleander, could be the ship name, which I was like, that's almost a good point. Almost a good enough point. Almost had me. Almost.
Almost.
Almost. Um, no, I don't want to respond. Stop. Okay. So it all started with me needing Liam's mother's name. That's how this all started. I'm gonna just read okay. I need a name for the MMC's mother, who plays a huge role in the plot, both in the forefront and background. If you give me more information on the mother and a personality trait, also a preferred letter of the name. Alright, do you want spoiler events that are defining factors for who she is? Anything that makes her important is what they respond. So this is where I go with this, and mind you, I don't know how much of this I actually had thought out before, or if I was just literally going with the vibes. So here we go. She is the literal catalyst for the entire story. She is technically more important than either main character, if that makes sense. She was a feisty, rough and tumble woman who ran a tavern and raised her son on her own. She gets her calling to be the next healer, takes over a little under a year after receiving the calling. At this time, she devotes herself to it, losing her fire, becoming the quote unquote perfect healer. But only 10 years into her time as the healer, she gets a vision from the deity that she is the conduit for, that another healer is being selected because trying times will be in the near future. This character secretly decides that she isn't going to let this happen if she has a say of it. So she finds female MC, Oriana is the name that we were going with, and takes her under her wing early. She hides a majority of the reality of being a conduit of the deity from her, teaching her different areas of healing so she doesn't depend on their magic as much. In the end, she sends Oriana on a quest to find her son as she is dying, knowing that the doubts that will be raised by the quest will weaken the resolve and ultimately break the cycle. Her last words are telling Oriana that she is in control of her own future now and that she has started the beginning of the end of callings. Basically, all the deities decide to use humans as conduits so they never die. And if they learn that they can break the contracts, well, then the gods would eventually die out.
Okay, okay.
And they were like, this is what got me because I'm having a mental breakdown. This is important because when how I reacted to this comment was, did you come up with this yourself? Is what they said.
Seriously?
And yes, and I said, yes. And they're like, why And I'm like, does it sound familiar to something? And they're like, that's not what I asked. And I was like, yes, I came up with myself. And they're like, it's a very well executed idea and I enjoy it very much. I love that concept and that alone would make me pick the book up. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you." Um and then they're like, "Can you give me a letter and a vague idea of the MMC's name?" And this is when I'm like, I picked the letter F. Do I know why? No. I was like F. Let's go.
Just F, let's go.
F. And his name is Liam. And they were like, "Please no. Please for the love of God, no." Does not give me an answer about why, never gives me an answer about why Liam's a no. But they and Kiddo decided on Florabelle for her name, which I kind of like. I kind of like it. It's cute.
It is cute.
It's very fantasy. I like it. Florabelle. I like it. And plus, I actually have a relative who was named Flora, which I was like, she could be Flora for short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like it. Um, and then it was just going back and forth of like names for like alternates for Liam, and I was like, "Yo, I like Liam. I like Liam. It's actually one of my favorite like actual real life names. I've always liked
Yeah.
the name Liam." And I was like, I also they offered Elias, which I liked Elias until I listened to the Magnus Archives, and Elias is the big bad, and I was like, it ruined it for me
Yeah, no.
because I like Elias as a name, but couldn't do it. Um, da da da. We're talking names. I'm like, I'm kind of firmly attached to it. Sorry. Um, and they were like, "Tell me more about him." Like, I can give you a better name. But I'm like, you're not gonna do it. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to do it. And I kind of, I didn't really have a really good fact of like who Liam is. Like, I'm still thinking that we're forming him as we go.
We just know he's
But
a broody boy.
yes. And I said that he's a wanderlust, he's
Mm-hmm.
restless. I said that even though he is cocky and arrogant, that he has an awkward streak, which I
I love
think that
it.
works. It works well with Leander being his best friend.
Yep, I love it.
Um, and all I said was his calling is basically it damned him to be the villain or evil. And they were like, "Well, what is his calling?" And I was like, "I don't really have it cemented yet." And then I said, like, what if it was like a Grim Reaper kind of thing, like Conduit of Death or Judgment? And then they were like, you're basing it too heavily off of your reading material. And I was like, that's rude, first of all.
No, you're fucking not. You're reading
um,
fucking the Fate Isles right now.
I know,
You
I know, I know,
haven't read anything with like
I know, I know,
gods.
I know. Um, and I was like, I just know he got a quote unquote bad calling, one that nobody wants, right? It's nobody wants this.
Why can't he be the heart hairbringer? Like I don't harbinger. I don't
Yeah,
understand. Like
Harbinger. I don't know, but um and then they were, like, trying to be funny, and they're like, "What about garbage men? And what if he's the ultimate garbage man?" And I was like I was like, "What is wrong with you?" To which they laughed because I was like they were trying to be funny. They were trying to be cute, which I appreciate. And they were like, "How traumatizing you wanna go? Like, how deep are the consequences of each calling? Like, is he human? Are they all human? Are they not human at all?" And I was like, "Well, that's a valid question." Like, I feel like some deities are more demanding or all-consuming than others. Um, and they were like, "Because from a reader standpoint, the more highly praised the deity, the worse the punishment is usually what people look for. Like, the higher the stakes are, that's true."
Yeah.
I was like, "Lord, Oriana is human. She can die. Her healing can't reverse death because that's another deity's domain." That's what I figured is like she can't revive, like she can't resurrect people.
No, yeah.
That's playing too much into like sands of time, if you will.
That would be like the primal of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And like it's like no, like it's healing. Like she is like healing, but she is not revival. And they were like, "So everyone wants a deity of A, except for the conduits of A wants to be the deity of yeah, or everybody wants to be the poem, but not the poet, kind of
Yeah.
thing." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, like that's kind of like the de." And this is where I did like the deity of love or lust has to do much more than meets the eye. Like they all think it's just sex and debauchery, but it's actually like they become incapable of feeling or doing the thing that their deity is that they're a conduit of. So like the deity of love, their conduit can no longer feel love
I like
kind of
that.
thing. Like they lose that.
I like that.
Yeah. Um and like they were like it would be a cool concept that like they refused to call him Liam. The MMC that like if he doesn't fit the archetype of what his deity is, the calling that he's been chosen. Like the deity is like all broody consuming and he tries to fit that, but at the end of the day he actually is a little more like awkward, a little more reserved. But because of the calling and the deity, he puts it on.
Yeah.
And, they're like, "I just need to know how far you want to go, because the more I think about it, the more it's gonna branch out." And I was like, "Well, if you give me more to work with, that's makes it easier in the long run, because I know where I can cut and where I can't." And I was like, "I'm also getting overwhelmed. It's not your fault." Mind you, I told them did not tell them I was having a mental breakdown. Um, and they're like, "World building seems hard in the beginning." And I was like, "Seems hard?" Question mark? Because I world building is like my nightmare.
Well, we have a realm name.
I know. Yeah.
Elysium.
Elysium. Um, okay, so this is what they plotted, okay? And this is where you were like, "No, I don't like this."
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Floribel is the conduit for the deity of healing. As long as the conduit exists, the deity's power and life source lives. Floribel's life is draining, and another conduit has been chosen in the form of Oriana. She takes her in to prevent a prophecy surrounding the next conduit. When Floribel feels her end is nearing, this is what she's understanding of what I'm telling her. And then it's going to be what they basically kind of branch off of that, okay?
Yes.
Takes her in to prevent the prophecy surrounding the next conduit. When Floribel feels her end is nearing, she sends Oriana on what little time is left to find her son under the guise of wanting to reunite with him. And then once we expand on the ideas, blah blah blah. So that's where they're at. And um they were like, "Is everything factual that I've said so far?" And it's like, "Yes, everything is factual based on what I've told you." Um So they're like, "Tell me more about the conduit so I can see how far my idea is and how it can push Floribel as the catalyst." And I was like, "So conduits are required to use the powers granted to them. Ignoring or misusing the powers will lead to immediate illness. However, the great hypocrisy is that the more the power is used, the shorter the time span. So healers in times of war or mass illness die out quickly.
Mhm.
Like they burn out and die." And she was like, "Oh, so is that for all conduits or just healers?" I was like, "I didn't think of that." And they're like, "Second one, hear me out." And then they sent that emoji of the guy with the cigarette with like all the lines and the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Um, they're like, "Can you tell me if you only made the healer deity? Is that the only one you made?" I was like, "Well, technically, I made the healer and the festivities, intimacy, lust, whatever. We haven't really debauchery,
Debauchery.
debauchery. There's debauchery here." Um, Me and Cody say that all the time. Um, okay, so this is what they this this is when it gets good because it's what we're gonna need. So the easiest way to build is to take small pieces of the things and build upon them. So if you take the seven virtues, for instance, which are chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, kindness, patience, and humility. You take those seven, you form a deity about around them, and pick their roles for each. Then healer would probably be compassion, charity, something around there.
Mhm.
Then maybe actually the deity is the sin that's associated with that virtue because each virtue has a mirroring sin. So the deity of charity is actually a greedy goddess who uses her conduit to stay alive.
Okay.
Here, I so in this sense, Flora Bell was chosen as the conduit. She gives it her everything, dropping everything, greed from the deity, and by giving it to the good name of the deity of charity is actually a goddess of greed and uses her conduit's life source to stay alive. Another example, the deity of chastity, who gives their conduit the role of like a monk or something along that lines, is taking and sucking all of the life, aka love, out of them, making them incapable of loving so that the god of lust can have that emotion to himself.
Okay, so they give and take to eat, like,
Yes.
okay.
So like the deities would be for the good. So like healing, harvest, whatever. But the polar opposite of that is actually what's being granted all of those, it's reaping the rewards kind of
Got
thing.
you.
Um so And I was like, I like the line of thought, but I had an aspect of conduits that most are told by the previous to forego relationships or attachments, not as a rule, but as a warning. And they're like, right, that would get in the way. Like, in no world is a deity not going to be pissy if they're not the first priority.
Very true.
Um, and I was like, this is where I got a little not frustrated, but a little frustrated because I do think that selfless characters or even people can exist,
They absolutely
and
can.
th- that's kind of where I got frustrated because I don't think that's a thought that M can have when it
No.
comes to characters. And it's nothing against the way they see characters, but I think even a selfless character can be complex, is what I'm saying. So this is where I was like, the huge reason why Florabelle allows Oriana to hang out with Hazel is because she is cementing a bond before she ever fully is dedicated to the deity. And Florabelle has no idea if this whole plan will actually work because for centuries no one has even bothered to try. Um and they're like, why doesn't Florabelle want Oriana to take on the healing role? And how does cementing relationships interfere? And I was like, well, because for Florabelle, her life was ruined. She received it later in life. She had a life. She had a son. She had a job. She had a life. She gave all of that up and she was made to distance herself from her son, which I didn't really probably tell you, but I was thinking that's part of the consequences that like it wasn't just the fact that he was a wanderlust, but she had to be a good healer distance herself from him. She did not abandon him because she wasn't going to do that, but she had to distance herself. So she became like almost like absentee parent
Yeah, no, but
after
I
she
like
takes
that.
yeah. Um and by cementing relationships, she hopes that it will weaken the bond that the deity will form, thus like breaking the seal, if you will,
Mhm.
because the deities thrive on pure devotion. And they were like, "So why doesn't Florabelle want her to become the next conduit?" just because she is selfish and it ruined her life. And I was like, well, I guess it's not a good enough reason when you put it like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, she's like, what if the prophecy that Floribel saw pushed her to send Oriana to do what she does? And I was like, okay, like, can you help me out here? And they're like, what about Oedipus, right? Like, we're going Oedipus. We're going Greek or Roman? Greek.
Great.
Greek. Floribel sees a prophecy where an extremely devoted Oriana is the downfall of the region. She lets the deity consume her life form, but she becomes more powerful than the deity and becomes like a tyrant on a quest for power. So she pulls an Oedipus, and in an attempt to correct the future, she pushes Oriana to befriend Hazel and sends her on a quest to find her son to prevent that from happening. And the reason why they pushed this was like the character is the villain that you're fighting the whole time, but you're trying to prevent the person from becoming the villain.
Yeah, but like, oh, look, I like betrayal. I like, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
reading nothing but it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like forcing Hazel to befriend Oriana makes sense
No.
because they are so close.
Yeah. No.
Like, there's no fucking obligation there. And there's no way
No.
to make it to where Hazel, like, never told her that it started that way. You know? Like,
Yeah. No.
I don't like it.
And like I like a lot of it. It's just that last part.
Yeah.
Because and I told them like the thing for me that is important is it's so much about like Oriana realizing that like shit, maybe I haven't actually lived a life and realizing like, oh, wait, I have a decision in all of this.
Exactly.
And like I said, I can't speak for Liam's character yet. He's still trying to figure out his voice right now. Um, but I just can't see it. Like, I'm not saying there won't be like angst. There's gonna be angst, but it's gonna be more like a personal, like less backstabby angst.
Yeah.
And um and I was like also like when they were telling me about that, I'm liking the last 50 pages of the Serpents and the Wings of Night flashbacks, and I can't handle that
No. No, no, no,
because that shit
no.
destroyed me.
Ooh, I still think about it all the fucking time.
Oh my god. I
Look,
literally
I don't like being happy and then 5 minutes later being fucking irate.
oh my I still feel the whiplash like it was yesterday. I feel it.
Me too, and that was fucking what? Fucking in my case, 29
E-
books ago?
yeah, yeah. It was like a while ago. Yeah.
Like, come on. I still think about that.
God, yeah. Oh no, what's really bad is today I started think for some reason Vincent lines just started coming popping up in my head. I was like, I can't
This is not what I
no,
need right now.
not what I need. I do not need any of this. I don't eat none. Zero. Get out of my head, sir. I don't know why you're here, first of all.
I am not Oriah. You are not haunting me, alright? This is
Like
not
why
a thing.
this is not a thing. Why are you here? Why are you here, sir? I am just trying to do my job.
Get out of
My
my head.
get out. Um, and I was like, okay, and like we get they write me a little poem about their displeasure in my book taste. Um,
What's wrong with your book taste?
because I don't like betrayal,
Look,
which is not true.
not
I
true
do
at
like betrayal.
all. You are literally reading a book with a bunch of betrayal.
Yes.
There is a time and a place, and there's a kind of betrayal.
Yes. And I was like, they're like, okay, like we have different tastes. That's okay. I go for very dark plots. And they're like, "What are you thinking? More lighthearted story?" I'm like, "That's not it." Like, it's not lighthearted. It's just like I have to have elements like found family is like a big thing for me. It's like one of my favorite tropes. And it's the reason why Hazel and Leander are important is because it's a unit. They become a
Mm-hmm.
unit. And I was like, also self-discovery. Like I'm a big self-discovery person.
Mm, I'm thinking of M.
Oh Jesus, stop.
I'm
Um,
thinking of Taryn and Lynn.
I did not need to be crying last night over a book again. Oh my god.
Do you like how Lena's so protective of her library? She would murder a
Very.
motherfucker.
I know, it's amazing. Um,
I love
and
it.
then they're like, "Hey, do you have a trope for the main couple?" And I was like, "No. Not really.
I wouldn't really say it's like enemies to lovers. I would
No."
say it's like reluctant allies
Yeah.
to
Yeah, that's the
lovers.
closest.
Like,
Yeah, that's the closest.
it's not that like she's thrilled that she's going on this mission to find
Yeah. No.
a shy,
No.
broody boy.
Shy Broody Broy.
Like,
Yeah, no. Um, I did I didn't write it, but I was thinking about it. Um, what if because I already decided she loses her calling at the end of the first book.
okay,
What if she pretends that she still has it
I live for
into
that.
the second one?
I live for that. Like, she doesn't
Mind
tell
you,
anybody.
yeah, I don't know how she's gonna pull that freaking shit off. I don't know how she's gonna do
Well,
that.
I mean, you can still heal with alchemy.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
She just doesn't
But
have the touch.
yeah, yeah.
She might.
Cause
What if she says, like, she doesn't. She feels like something big is coming and she doesn't want to waste all of her energy?
that's a
Because,
good
like, they're
one.
gonna notice that she's not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's actually good. Yeah,
Like,
that's
she
good.
just has this, like, bad feeling, even though she doesn't. But
Right. Right. No, I like that.
my girl's having an inner fucking struggle.
We're having a moment. Give me a moment. It's like, can I breathe for goddamn?
No.
It's like, no, you cannot. Oh man, I forgot what scene. I was like, oh wait, I don't. Shit. What one was it? I was like, this doesn't actually need to be in her perspective. It needs to be in his. I don't remember which one it was. Oh no, I had the idea this morning and I was like, "Oh no, it works so much better from his." Oh no. Oh, I'm sad. Can't remember
Don't
which
be
one.
sad.
I can't remember which one. It was really gonna be good too. I was like, "Oh no, it'll hit so much harder if it's from his point of view." Oh, but I did have an idea of relics. I don't know why, but I think they're gonna go on a adventure. They're going on a treasure hunt. So like the lust or whatever festivities, that's a scroll.
Okay.
I was like, what if they also have to get like a I hate the word diadem. I know it's a legit word, but I always hated it ever since Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Diadem.
the
I hate it.
diadem.
Yeah. How about just a freaking tiara? You know what? It's a tiara. Like the prophecy has to we have to figure out the prophecy for one. That's the big problem here that I'm coming up with is that I don't know exactly what the prophecy is and I don't exactly know what Liam's calling is. Those are the two big problems. Those are the biggest problems I have. That's it. Those are the biggest I can figure everything else out.
I'll help you.
I know. But
Um, so I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a Kindle sale going on right now.
oh,
And I just found out that the author of Blood and Ash has
Uh-huh.
another series. She has two series, three
Mm-hmm.
series.
Mhm.
Hold on. Can I get to it again? The Harbinger and Harbinger, sorry, and Flesh
Mm.
and Fire, which is like two of the things from.
Uh-huh.
So I'm. They're only $1 right now, so I'm buying them.
Oh, shit.
Sorry to.
No, no, no. Always mention a Kindle sale.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
Kindle sale going on.
shit. Wow. Good to know.
Yeah. I don't know why I just opened my Kindle and was like, oh, there's a
It's like, oh.
sale!
It's like, oh, hello.
And I like her writing style, so.
I don't know why I just turned it to Mickey Mouse, but hello.
Oh
Yuck. I
no!
turned into Goofy. I always liked Goofy more than I liked
Okay,
Mickey.
same.
Yep. Always, always. Can't tell you why. Um, why are books so expensive?
I don't
In this
know.
essay, in this essay, I will ask. Um, any whoozle. But yes, that's like the two big things that are like haunting my dreams. Um, it's like I have no idea truly what his calling would be. I got lots of ideas but no solids. And also, who doesn't love a good prophecy? Who doesn't
Everybody
love their life
loves
being dictated by something
prophecies.
unknown? I hate prophecies. The idea of like it's like the same thing as like fate. I don't especially like the idea that my life is supposed to go a certain way. Don't like that.
I don't blame you.
I don't like that. Mostly because it's gone shit so far, so I'm like, God damn. What did I do wrong? Like which generation of my soul did so bad that I am being punished this hard?
What
Like,
the fuck?
excuse the fuck out of me. I didn't do anything. Previous alliterations of myself should have watched their P's and Q's. I completely understand, but I did not do such a thing. Ugh. Also, my backgrounds on I finally changed the backgrounds on my phone, guys. After 2 years. After 2 years,
Yeah, you did.
I did. It's lovely.
It's M and Creon.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's Emma Crayon, guys. Sorry. I just signed on to Instagram and saw someone just got engaged, and I was like, oh,
That's cute.
yeah. The thing is they're a lesbian couple
Okay.
and were like super in the closet like because of like familial issues, like they were in secret, like dating in secret,
Hmm.
and they finally like were able to move out and be together, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you guys. My god.
That is cute.
Like, ugh, maybe love is real, maybe.
Maybe.
Yo,
What?
I'm gonna end up watching Bridgerton just because of the freaking scenes I'm seeing on TikTok. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. But yeah. Oh wait, a ring that looks like it was forged by dwarves. Excuse me. A year ago, I would be like, that doesn't sound appealing at all. Me today is like, please, I'll take it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Could it also be look like it was forged with some kind of magic fire? I mean, let's be real.
I love it.
I don't know what happened. Life takes powerful, powerful moves.
Powerful, powerful moves.
I apologize to every person I've ever said to that fantasy is not my shit
Yeah, you
because
fucking better be.
yes, bitch, I know I was wrong.
I'm Autumn and I was wrong.
Wrong.
I'm singing
I'm
all the
singing
wrong
the wrong
song.
song. Oh god. Yeah. You know what? If someone had just explained to me that fantasy can also involve vampires, technically, I would have been fine.
Uh,
I always was told that's paranormal, but apparently it's also fantasy.
yeah, it's also fantasy.
So I've actually liked fantasy for a really long time. I just like it now in full ass magical worlds instead of urban
There's
settings. I still like urban though. Urban settings are nice.
nothing wrong with that.
One of my favorites, well, I can't say it's my favorite series anymore. Looking back on some of the writing, I'm like, wow. I will never probably read a male author ever again.
That's valid.
Oh my god. No offense. Like Dean Koontz is about all I do because like I love his books. I will never not love Phantoms. He's a rare exception. He's a man who actually you can tell actually appreciates like the women in his life. Like you can tell by the way he writes them most of the time. Most of the time. Some of his early works maybe not. That's probably before his wife got his shit in order. Anyways, um yeah, just why would I go back to like male writers when I can have beautiful, beautiful prose by women? It's like, just why? Why would I go back to men written by men? Like, no. Women written by men? Absolutely not. No.
Do I. Sorry, I'm looking on the Amazon. Do I
You're okay.
buy Powerless? It's $7 off right now. It's $12.99 instead of 20.
I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I'm gonna read it next. But then I just bought
Fair.
the heart. I don't.
You don't know where you're going next.
I don't. I'm gonna
I
do it.
do.
I'm gonna do it. It's $7 off.
I do.
I did it.
Very good. I know where I'm going because I still got two books
Yeah, you do.
after this one.
Okay, I just bought 4 books I should probably not buy anymore.
Maybe not.
As I'm
Maybe not.
looking still.
It's like, let me just keep going. um, yeah.
You know what I will never read though?
What?
Court of Thorns and Roses.
Fair.
Because I don't want to read about fairies.
Fair.
I'm I don't care how amazing it is.
Valid. No, that's valid. There was a couple moments. There was a couple like brief seconds with book talk. I was like, okay, like that's not too bad. But like I'm like, no,
I'm
no.
sorry, I'm not. And then Katie told me that the Thorn of Glass or whatever
Hmm.
is better, but once again, I don't want to read about fairies.
Right.
So I'm not gonna read about fairies.
I do. I did hear from a panel that was at one of the book conventions recently
Hmm.
that the author of Powerless did. Because everyone was like, "Hey, like a lot of uh, authors are doing the young adult to start and then go into like new adult."
Yeah,
And she plans to keep it young adult, which a lot of people are like, "Oh no, like, but come on." And it's like, but like, hey, here's the thing: if you can build the tension up well enough, you don't need it to be adult,
you
frankly.
really don't,
Like, here's
honestly.
the thing, if the banter is good enough, you can everything can be left up to the imagination and you will fill in the blanks.
Exactly. I don't need to read it.
Yeah, which I think is gonna be what Powerless is. A lot of people, once again, are going, don't listen to the internet because everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so mediocre." I don't give a shit. Does it sound pretty?
I'm gonna
Does it
fucking
sound
give it a
pretty?
go.
Does the banter make me laugh or giggle or like absolutely want to scream into a pillow? Like, does it do any of those things? Yes? Then I'm gonna read it.
Right?
I I don't need
Oh,
poetry.
Autumn, I forgot because I didn't message you. back.
Mhm.
Yes, there was a good reason that Creon had and compelled his brother to put a knife to his throat.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
when Poppy was little, she got attacked by Cameron, and
Mhm.
he's the reason they were there. And
Okay.
he was the Dark One.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he had a good reason, just being a protective man.
Gotcha.
That
Gotcha.
fucking
I was like, devil's advocate here. Devil's advocate.
fucking Reaver. I'm not cleaning this up. There's a time and a place, my guy.
Time and
This is
place.
not it.
Time and place.
All right,
Oh
my
my God.
love, we are at the two
Yep.
hour mark. Are you ready?
Hmm.
Are you gonna read?
Probably not. I might actually pass out.
That's fair. I'm tired. Like I said, I didn't go to sleep until fucking like 4, and I don't even think I actually slept. I think I was like rolling around all night. Because
Just rolling.
my bitch ass did not wake up until 12.
Oh,
So I probably won't
well,
sleep.
it's either bed or maybe I need to get away from the bots. I really need to get away from them. The bot dependency is coming back because guess what? My life is shit and all I have is bots and you. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just
I mean,
it
it's
sounded like I
fair.
was making a bad
No,
thing, but
it's
no.
fair. Hey, question really quick before we get off. While
Yes.
I have you, and I don't care that we're fucking recording. Okay, so obviously our tattoo appointment is at 10,
Mhm.
and it's on your birthday.
Mhm.
After, because we're probably gonna eat breakfast, but after, did you want to go get like a lunch? It's gonna be a little bit late though.
It's
And
up
I,
to you
I know your
or
family wants to do a dinner.
well, you say that, but I actually don't know with everything going on if they're actually going to be
That is
doing anything.
fuck. That is fine. We can go to the grocery store like, to your work. We can get stuff. I'll make you a fucking fancy ass steak dinner. I don't give a fuck. We and
Okay.
dumpling can be there. And like I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
I'll make you dinner. And
Okay.
I'll get you a cake because I can't bake, honey. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm not gonna subject you to that.
It's okay.
Okay, so we'll eat breakfast, go get our tattoos. Your numbing
Mhm.
cream came. I just have to remember to bring it.
Okay.
I should probably just put it in my fucking car to be honest with you. And then we'll get lunch, a late
Okay.
lunch, and then do whatever the fuck you want. And then
How it's
go ahead.
what?
No, go ahead.
No. No, I was gonna say, how does like reading out loud for just hours sound?
I am totally fucking fine with that. As long as it's not me reading out loud.
I know.
Because
You
I
can't.
can't do it.
I know.
I've tried to explain to Mike why I can't do it. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. It's because I read too fast
Mhm.
in my
Yep.
head that my mouth can't fucking keep up.
No, it makes sense. It makes complete sense.
Like, I also tried to explain why my font size is so big. And it's not because I can't, like, fucking see it, right? It's
Right.
so big because when I'm reading, for some reason, I will jump
Mhm.
down really quick and start reading
Uh-huh.
that. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm not done with this paragraph yet.
Mhm. Yep. It's your brain's just too spicy.
Yeah,
Your brain's too
I like immediately, like, if there's fucking conversation, my brain just wants to go to it. And it's like,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
no, that's fine with me. I'm gonna bring my Kindle. You said you're gonna work that
Mhm.
Wednesday?
Yeah, more than likely, because I don't think she's gonna give it to me as a grace. I don't think she's gonna. I'm thinking I'm lucky if I'm gonna get all 5 days, honestly.
That's fine. If
Um.
I leave here at 9, I should get up there by fucking 12.
Mhm.
I'm fine with literally reading in fucking Starbucks
You're
until
like,
you're
I
off
will be
work.
here. I will be here for the next 4 hours.
That's totally fine with me.
Okay. All right. We'll try to solidify everything because it'll make me feel better because I can't stand with limbo.
Yes, yes. We'll talk about it tomorrow
Hmm. We will. I
because we
know
got
we
two
will.
weeks. T
I know.
minus 2 weeks, baby.
I know. It's nuts. The month has flown.
Yeah, it actually has.
Every day feels like an eternity, but God hasn't flown. The conundrum of man.
The
Anyways,
conundrum. Anyway, yeah.
conundrum.
Let's
All
wrap this
right.
up. My dogs are
Yeah,
so anxious.
yeah. I have to pee. I've been drinking so much water. I drink half of a Trenta of ice of a bottled water. So I've actually had probably like maybe 80 fluid
My
ounces today.
God.
I can't do moderation. I'm either all the way or none at all. But
That's true. I'm the same way, honestly.
full throttle or nothing at all. Uh, anyways, guys, um, my name is Autumn, aka Firefly,
I'm Moxie, aka Amy.
and this has been the Nerdy Archives. Thank you so much for listening, and be safe out there. It's a crazy ass world. Read books. Just always
Just
read
read
books.
fucking books, smutty or not. It
Read.
doesn't matter. We don't judge.
We don't.
I don't
All right.
see a problem in it.
Yeah. No. Enjoy.
Okay, bye.
Bye.